Jason, Cool Kid, John Doe, and 1x1x1x1.
These 4 killers have been the 4 and only killers of Forsaken until a new one joins in, and that killer is Noli. Noli, the killer that everyone has been waiting for months now. Ever since February when he was announced as an official killer. But it raises the question, is he really now the best concurrent killer? To answer that question, I will split the video into 3 parts with their own timestamps. 1 will be the rundown of Noli, 2 will be some gameplay of Noli, and 3 will be the final analysis on Noli. You can just skip to any of the timestamps if you want. Noli is the 5th official killer in Forsaken with 4 abilities including 1 M1 punch. Noli is a jack of all trades depending on what the survivors do, and currently the only killer who inflicts hallucination. Hallucination is an effect by Noli who makes the survivors think the wrong idea. For example, hallucination effects can be as little as just fake timers and fake objectives to fake clones of Noli and hits.
It's rigged.
The hallucination level will stack the more you get and caps on level 3. Now let's explain the passives. The first one that I say is really important to know when Fade's coming around is called Prankster. At the start of a round, Noli will automatically spawn 2 fake generators excluding the 5 real generators. So in all 7 total generators in the round. If a survivor completes a task of a fake generator, they will get inflicted with hallucination 1. If completing 1 full generator, they will get inflicted automatically with hallucination 3. To counter fake generators, I will go over the easier visuals to spot on them. 1. If a generator has a slight faint mark of Noli's face on it, it is fake. If it does not, it is real. Another one is that fake generators when completed will say something wrong or display something wrong. It will display a different currency or the wrong amount of XP earned or just a grammar issue. There are other cues like sounds and numbers on a generator, but in my opinion, the Noli's face and the text are the most noticeable. The second passive is called hallucinations. A basic explanation for this passive is just that most of Noli's tricks and abilities will give hallucination, which I already explained earlier in the video, but I will add some things. When a survivor has hallucination, Noli will be able to see survivors with it, with a purple aura surrounding them. And also, you know when a hallucination effect wears off when a PNG face of Noli or some other skin of Noli pops up on your screen. Now, let's explain the abilities. He has 4 abilities, starting with his M1, Stab. Noli will use a crowbar or shadow tendril, or what are these names even, and reaches out after a 0.4 second windup, which is the same as John Doe and 1x1x1x1, dealing a total of 25 damage and has a cooldown of 1.8 seconds. Currently, Noli has the lowest damaging M1 in the game and has the same cooldown as Cool Kid, so it tells us that Noli's M1s are okay, but will have better options for damage. Now, I am going to explain the other abilities of Noli. The second ability is called Void Rush. To activate this ability, instead of activating it as any other ability of Noli, you have to hold it. Clicking it will result in some red text saying you have to hold it for longer, and the ability will not be used, and you can have a second try at it. Now, if done correctly, Noli will enter a wind-up and a ball will appear, and you have to keep holding the button until the bar is full. And then if that's done correctly, Noli will charge in the direction of the way the camera is facing. But still, when you're charging, Noli can still cancel the ability midway through. If you ever let go of the button while the ability is still in motion, or if you hit anything else other than a survivor, for example, you hit a wall, you hit like a fountain, you hit like something else that's other than survivor, then it will automatically cancel without giving another try. If a survivor is hit with Void Rush, they will take 10 damage and then have Hallucination 2 for 20 seconds. Then, Noli will pause for 0.85 seconds before having another charge up, which if you do it correctly like the first time, you can either hit a different survivor that you already hit with Void Rush, or hit the same survivor again right after the first charge, which will deal 50 damage in all. But if hitting a survivor with Void Rush, then hitting a different survivor, then hitting that same survivor, it will instead do 40 damage. Next up on the roster we have Nova. It has a 12-second cooldown and does 15 damage. When used, Noli will stop and throw his Void Star at the way your camera is facing or the way your cursor is on the screen. I really don't know how it works on mobile. You guys can just tell me in the comments. Now, the hitbox for Nova will depend on where the star lands. If Nova hits a survivor, or if it hits a wall and catches a survivor, it will pull the survivor inwards and then deal that 15 damage. If hitting the floor, the hitbox will be a little bit smaller than if Nova hits a wall or a survivor. And note also that Noli can also detonate the void star early by pressing the keybind / button again before it hits a wall or a survivor or the floor, with basically the same hitbox as if Noli hits the floor. And I'll add one more thing, his ability it does not give hallucination. Noli's final ability is called Observant. When this ability is activated, Noli will enter a stance and will gain access to all the generators in the map, including the fake ones. All the generators on Noli's screen will show his face on them. Clicking on one of those icons will teleport Noli to that exact generator after a 1.5 second windup and inflict hallucination 1 if survivors are either 20 studs away, hallucination 2 if they are 50 studs away, and hallucination 3 if they're 100 studs away. If Noli is stunned before the teleportation, it will not be used. The move has a 30-second cooldown after it's used with no interruption, or you are stunned while using it. It will have a 25-second cooldown at the start to prevent Noli from just teleporting to any survivor before they have a chance to do anything. And if cancelled before teleporting, by pressing the button / keybind again, it will only have 15-second cooldown. And this does not do any damage, it only inflicts hallucination. With the rundown of Noli taking 6 minutes of the video already. Jeez guys, sorry for making you wait that long for this, but anyways, I'm gonna do some Noli gameplay, and by some I mean just one round, because I want to get this video uploaded already. It's been almost 3 weeks since Noli got released, so yeah, so sorry I'm gonna keep y'all waiting. But enjoy this totally awesome gameplay of Noli with a live reaction and a live microphone. And just a reminder, this won't take too much editing, this is just a gameplay section. Yeah! Alright, it's time for some murder. Respectfully. Why? Can someone please tell me why the team is gone? Still don't know why. Oh, I couldn't actually hit him that time. Yeah, whatever. Oh, you're dead. Oh, I try to sidestep that weave. Right. Yeah, he got stuff. He spent all his stuff. Oh man. How? Got him. I forgot, you can't teleport to the gym when it starts work. Oh, we both stink. We both stink. What are you guys doing? Nice dodge. I forgot, you can curve Void Rush. Alright, time to clip. I'm assuming he has his slot. Alright, I'm gonna use it to scout. I see him. Oh, I was just so... Alright. finally, after a way too long of a video, we have the final analysis part. Now, caution, this section would be the most yapping session of my life, so just bear with me if you want, or just skip to the end to see my final decision / analysis of it. Alright, so, Noli, in my opinion, is a very confusing killer to use at first. I mean, to me, I lost my couple of first games with him, but I do think he's a killer that can target multiple people instead of targeting a single person, like Jason or like John Doe. Just think like 1X, you know, and just think of it like a best cloud control. Wait, yes. Anyways, it is true because think of it. Void Rush, if aimed correctly near a lot of people, you can deal good damage and hallucination to mostly everyone. Or Nova, which when thrown at a wall or survivor can deal massive splash damage and damage a lot of people. What I'm trying to say is that if you have the chance to get a bunch of people with hallucination or damage to all of them, you should probably do it. And I want to give an honorable mention to Prankster and Observation. Those two abilities / passives can help scan people out and see where they are. And to currently, while editing this video and writing the script, Noli got a huge massive buff to its hallucination. And the most useful ability for Noli, I can say, is Void Rush. Just because of the amount of damage it can do to a lot of people or one single target, but only if you aim it correctly. I kid you not, I missed this ability so much times. But all jokes aside, I really love this killer, and definitely one of my top 2 killers, aside from Jason being number 1. But it's going to be renamed to Star. I think he's a really fun and gimmicky killer to play with, and if played right, can rack up some easy wins. I'm planning to get level 100 Noli, so I'll just rank this killer a solid A tier along with John Doe. Really enjoy it. Now Dusika, Taff, and Noli came out already, I can just stop making these videos. I mean, I already made a Taff one, now I make a Noli, I can just relax. Wait, chapter 2? Guess 666 and Veronica coming soon? Holy crap.